We got to get to our lightweights who are locked and loaded. Slap 'em Silly driver Andy Sauro of Tiburon, California enjoys the animated show Ed, Edd, and Eddy. He likes playing baseball and basketball.
Wedge of Doom driver Tony Buchignani is a Pisces who rates his looks 4 or maybe 5 out of 10, enjoys tennis, and says if he could have any superpower, it would be the ability to read other people's minds.
Well, he probably doesn't have to read Andy's mind to know that Andy wants to kick his butt.
Red driver, are you ready?
Yeah.
Slap 'em Silly is ready.
Blue driver, are you ready?
Ready.
Wedge of Doom is ready.
Lots and loud, the lights are on. It's robot fighting time. Whoa, Wedge of Doom up and under Slap 'em Silly right at the start.
And again, I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of that in this fight.
Oh, and Wedge of Doom takes Slap 'em Silly into the spikes.
Two very quick bots here.
Quick bots, 2 wedges, but it looks to me as if Wedge of Doom has the clear design advantage, because when they go nose to nose, Wedge of Doom gets under Slap 'em Silly and slaps him silly.
So important to get that wedge almost touching the Battlebots floor. Almost, about 1/8 of an inch. That's what you need. That's how high it should be above the floor, so you don't hit the seams.
Andy Sauro unable to get his red Battlebot up underneath Wedge of Doom at all.
And he wants to go wedge to wedge. I think he might want to back into him and use that spike.
He's got to do something because Tony Buchignani is in total control of this fight right now, and he takes Slap 'em Silly into the spikes again.
And a lift!
Now lifts him off the floor. The crowd likes that.
A press!
Wedge of Doom up underneath Slap 'em Silly, controlling this fight.
Now he's got the lifting arm working as a clamp. Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's taking him to the Palmer. Oh, and that had to hurt. Andy Sauro's bot is taking a pounding from the pulverizer. You can see the damage, but it's still going. That spike tail is no longer a spike.
No. He's got a little excitement at the end.
Tony Buchignani there concentrating on his driving, and he has shown all his driving skills in this fight, dominating, taking Slap 'em Silly all around the floor, including the pulverizer, and you see the damage the pulverizer did to Slap 'em Silly.
Slap 'em Silly is just outmatched here, power-wise and driving-wise. Andy Sauro, he bought Slap 'em Silly online, and he's turned it into a good bot. He's ranked 20th in the lightweights. Wedge of Doom is so simple, isn't it? Just deceptively simple, hurtful.
Just the masterful driving of Tony Buchignani, very apparent in this fight. Andy Sauro, 13-year-old, he's game, he's doing everything he can, but Buchignani is one of the best.
Slap 'em Silly, he's kind of tentative, moving about, he's trying to stay away. He's not going to win the fight. Looks like he just wants to stay in there till the end, which it is now. Good fight, nothing to be ashamed of, Andy. I'll slap you. Take a look at the replays. This is all Wedge of Doom. First time gets caught up on the spinner there. But he takes him, he lifts him, he presses him.
And then the most damage was done right here by the pulverizer as Wedge of Doom just pins Slap 'em Silly underneath the devastating hammer. Slap 'em Silly got bent as Wedge of Doom earns the decision 39-6. Carmen, your thoughts on this one?
From the opening buzzer, Wedge of Doom rocked. He grabbed, shoved, and slapped him silly.
Here's Tony on the floor.
Now, you're known as a great driver, but so is Andy. Was he just overmatched in that fight?
Yeah, I was lower than him. I was able to get under him and drive him around, and that's what won me the match.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, Andy, it looks like Slap 'em Silly's hitting the road.
Yeah. When we got hit by a hammer, it bent our chassis, so we could only move backwards and spin.
But you have a lot of good years ahead of you, and you have a lot of years to plan that revenge.
Yeah, I do. He won't be able to beat us next time.
Strong words from the Slap 'em Silly team.
Coming up, some early quarterfinal results. Who's in, who's out? Find out when we come back, and a look at the smart. Wedge of Doom flexes his triceps, lifting Slap 'em Silly to the losers bracket. He's moving on to the quarters.
I wish we could have won, but it was okay. I had a good time.
And we had a good time, too. For Carmen Electra, Arj Barker, and Tony Rock, I'm Tim Green.
And I'm Bill Dwyer with an important reminder. People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. But people in Lexan houses, knock yourself out. Take it easy.